Well, that is a nice copper coin, but oh, Doug, do you know what time it is?
45 up.
Who says 45 up, Doug? It's quarter after. What's up, guys? Hoarder here, and welcome to, I think it's going to be a super duper fun quarter after live show with special guest Elley Ringo, who has a YouTube channel, Elley Knows Rocks. In my brain, I keep thinking Elley Loves Rocks. So I had to make a note. I don't know why my brain doesn't work that way. But we're going to talk about rocks and gemstones and minerals. I've got a couple of fun games we're going to play tonight. At least I think they're fun games. So it should be an action-packed night of rocks, rock and roll. Let me bring in some of the gang. Of course, I'll start off with the handsomest person in the group, Mr. Dog Tag Doug, Mexican Doug.
Me?
On, Doug. Well, Charlie's not here, so I went with you, Doug.
Oh, okay.
How are you, Dougie?
I'd be second fiddle to Charlie if he was, right?
Yes, he is. I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. Well, you know what? Let me bring in Lynn. I got Lindiana Jones. Boom. There's Lynn. How are you, Lynn?
Good. How are you?
I am well. Charlie may be joining us. I'm waiting to see. I didn't get a hold of Rich today. He didn't call me back, so I don't know what he's doing.
He might be getting ready to go to New York tomorrow. So.
Yeah, I guess you need all day to get ready to go 3 hours.
Well, after work, he needs time. Yeah.
Okay.
Where's he going? Up to the
cabin.
Yeah. Okay.
Cabin. He's got to take care of the chickens and the livestock and all that good stuff, I guess.
Oh, you got chickens up at the cabin?
No, the chickens at his house down here. He's got to take care of them.
Gotcha. Doug, let's say a couple of our ceremonious hellos that we like to do.
Sue Ramsey, hello.
Go ahead, Doug. I'll let you take care of it. Go ahead, Doug. Read them off. Doug.
She said hello to me, so of course. Hello, Sue. How are you? Adrian Tucker. A loyal supporter of Quarter After. Sue Ramsey again. 5. What is that? 5 Mile?
I don't know which one you're reading, but probably 5 Mile Relic Hunter.
Jay Cook.
I
ran into the other day. He's looking good, considering all the problems he's had physically. He's looking better. Glad to see that.
Doug, aren't there like HIPAA rules where you're not supposed to be talking about Jay Cook's?
No, we didn't specify.
Oh, okay.
I just said he's had some health issues,
yes,
as we all do.
Jay had his right shoulder removed.
Yes. Yes. He's learning how to swing with his left arm.
Yes, Jay's doing good. Lynn, go ahead. Give a couple hellos out, Lynn, before it starts.
Yeah, Lynn.
I don't see the chat.
All right, thanks, Lynn. Thanks, Lynn.
Hello, everybody.
Is this your first time on a computer? Okay.
No, I don't have the chat on my iPad. So
all right, that's fair. Well, listen, I'm going to do some more hellos in a minute, but guys, listen, I'm going to have some games to play. You got to have your keyboard ready. Have fast fingers tonight because it's going to require people to type things in, and we're going to see. I'm going to see who knows what about rocks. Doug, what would you rate your rock knowledge on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being the knowledgeablest.
The knowledgeablest.
Yeah, I made that word up.
Really?
Yeah. My knowledge of rocks is they're hard to dig into.
They are. That's true.
And they hurt when they hit you in the head. But
I learned more about rocks this past week in preparation for Elley than I have in the previous 30 years, Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like living it up on rock sites all week.
Rock knowledge.
Now I'm getting like rock spam and stuff like that, but I wanted to know what was going on. So I think I got a good handle of it. Like, I'm going to start off with a trivia question, Doug, for you and in the chat.
Okay.
What are the 3 main types of rocks? I will pose this to both Doug and Lynn. And if you know it in the chat, type it in. I will forgive spelling mistakes. But Doug and Lynn, don't look at the chat. What are the 3 types of rocks? Try to think back, Doug, to like 3rd grade science class.
I can think of one.
Go ahead.
All right, one.
Igneous.
That is one. Doug, now it's your turn. There's
Wasn't
two
he
more.
a cartoon character?
No,
Oh, no, that was Ignat.
that was Julio Ignatius, the singer.
Deciduous?
No, that is not. You
That
made
is a
that whole word.
tree.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a leaf. That's right.
Yeah, that's
Um,
I see people in the chat are putting. Don't you look, Doug? Don't you keep your eyes
conglomerate?
Conglomerate? No, it doesn't even. That's not even a noun. I don't think, is it? Lynn, save Doug. Is there a second type of rock, Lynn?
Yes, and I can't think of it.
This is terrible. I'm so embarrassed for us.
You should be. We should end this right now.
I don't test well, by the way.
You know what's great, Lynn, is because I did all this research and I have all these notes, I'm going to look like a genius tonight.
Yeah, you cheated.
Yeah, you and your cheat sheet.
If you asked me this last week, I would be just as like hubba.
The thing is, I know it, and I can't think of it.
Oh, I'm going to look through the chat. There's people in the chat. Oh, look.
I got one.
Tom Katz got one. Kidney stone. That's one.
Yes, kidney stones. How about sedentary? No, sediment.
Yes, yeah, you're almost there. Thank you. Together, you got it. Now you're missing one. People in the chat got it. Don't you look?
One more.
What's it start with?
Corn smoke. Gary got it. I don't want to put it up there.
Okay.
It starts with an M.
Metamorphic.
Magma.
Doug's wrong. Would you say, Lynn?
Metamorphic.
Yes, metamorphic. Excellent job, guys. Whoo, it's going to be a long show.
Wow. Just don't ask any more.
Listen, that's why I invited a real life geologist on, Doug, because if it was us doing this, I mean, look how the whole show came to a stop with the easiest question. So we're gonna pick Elley's brain tonight, and we're gonna play all sorts of little things like that to see what you guys know, what the chat knows, and then Elley, who I'm sure can handle these questions.
It looks like the chat's smarter than I am.
Well, that's true. Oh, I see our moderators. Let me say hello. I see Alicia, Hot Mess Fishing is here. And Teresa the Treasure Hunter are here. Thank you, guys. Ken King.
5 Mile Relic Hunter. Larry, I misread his.
That's okay. We all forgive you. So listen, for the show tonight, get your keyboards out, get your fast fingers ready to go, because we're going to have some rock trivia, rock questions, and I don't want anybody cheating.
Led Zeppelin rock?
I'm not sure about that. You can't use music. It's copyright. You know how copyright stuff.
No. Well, that's the only rock I'm familiar with.
I will say though that I had a lot of fun with this, Doug. Well, I don't want to ruin it yet. It's going to be a fun night. Talking rocks. Let me get a couple more hellos in before the fireworks start. The fireworks, Doug, you hear that?
No,
I'm really overselling. Let me say, I got Adrian. Oh, M.E. Rosen. That's a new one for me. Welcome, M.E. Oh, he said gallstones or gallstones. Gallstones.
Yeah, kidney stones, gallstones.
A lot of good guesses. Adrian Tucker, gravel, hard bed, and musical. That was very close.
I think I saw Mitch and Renita in the.
Are Mitch and Renita here?
Yes.
Traladigs. I don't know why every week I can't say that.
Troglodytes.
I apologize if I mispronounce it.
Okay.
Yes, I see Rich and Manita Barks. Justin, 3810. Now, Justin 3810, I doubt it's your Justin.
No.
But if anyone saw this week's video, Doug's son, Justin, first time out, detectorist, and
did very well.
He did great. And you know what? I love his positive attitude. I told Doug.
He was a hit.
I would almost, you know what? I might pick Justin up and we'll just drive right by your house and go to the spot, because he was fun.
You had more fun with him.
He was fun to be around. But he did great. Found I don't want to ruin if you didn't see the video this week. Make sure you go check it out.
You got to check it out.
Yeah, I would put a link, but I forget the name of the channel. But it was
And I want to thank everybody for the very kind, thoughtful expressions.
How many times, Doug, do you think Justin watched the video this week?
He barely watched it at all. He kept bugging us about when he just wants to tell all his friends that he was on Quarter Hoarder.
Oh, okay. Okay. And you didn't even watch it. Thanks a lot, Justin.
His attention span is shorter than yours. So
All right. Yeah, mine, I got a stick and move, Doug. Like I'm the Muhammad Ali of metal detecting.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait, here was a question, Doug. Before I got 5 minutes before Elley comes on. We'll answer a question. Wild things whereabouts. I didn't pre-read this question, so hopefully it's appropriate. I have a coin question. I found a copper $5 1796 turban cap bust coin. The coin should be gold. Anyone ever hear of one? I also found a 1796 drape bust 1 cent 4 feet away. I've never heard of a $5 turban cap bust coin. I'm assuming that must be a gold coin if it's even American.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I've never. We don't find a lot of gold coins. I can count all the gold coins we found on a fist. That's how many.
yeah.
So I'm not familiar with that, but I would definitely check that out. Did you try the Google reverse image search? I find it works pretty well, and gold doesn't rust or corrode. I'm sure it probably looks great with a little spritz.
But he says it's copper.
Oh, he said it's copper? Well, then it's probably not
copper,
American.
Which copper was used for half cents and
not 5 cents at that time. So then it's either not American or it's a token or
he said it should be gold. So maybe he thinks it's counterfeit.
Oh, could be. There were a lot of counterfeits back then. They would have gold plated it, which would have wore away.
Right.
Pretty crazy back then, Doug. I mean, we found counterfeit large cents over the years, and that was punishable by death. Can you imagine dying because you made a fake penny? Like, can you imagine? Like, is that risk worth the reward?
Not worth it.
I used to make fake $2 bills. I'd take a 20 and rub the 0 off.
All right, let's not talk about all the things you rub when the show's on, Doug. After the show. After the show.
Okay.
All right, Doug. I'm gonna start with a couple of questions, and then I'll bring Elley on. She can hear the answers because I see her in the green room.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask these, Doug, to you and to Lynn and to the audience, so Elley has an idea of who she's working with. All right, are you ready? These are going to be true or false questions, Doug.
Okay.
And I want the audience, please put your answers in. We'll see who's smart and who's not so smart.
Okay.
No shame here.
No.
True or false, Doug? All rocks are made of minerals. All rocks are made of minerals. Doug and Lynn, please shout out your answer whenever you find you're ready.
False.
False. Okay. Lynn?
I think I agree.
Both of you say false. Chat, anybody? Come on, put them in there. All rocks. I see some true, false, true. All right, it's a mix. I'm not going to give the answer yet. I'll blow through these with Elley when she comes on.
Okay.
When Elley, I'll let the experts say, Doug.
Okay.
True or false? Obsidian, which you've heard of, right, Doug?
Yeah.
Obsidian is actually glass, not a rock. Is that true or false?
I'll say true.
You're going to say it's true. Lynn, what do you think? Obsidian is glass, not a rock.
I think it's true.
You both said true. All right, chat. Anybody? Obsidian?
It's scary that Lynn agrees with me this much.
Oh, all trues in the chat. All true. Oh, I see a false in there, but predominantly true on that one. All right, question 3. And then I only have one more because I got to bring Elley on. Petrified wood is still part wood. Petrified wood is still part wood. Doug, Lynn, give me your answers on that question.
I think so.
So you think true that petrified wood is still true? Part wood. Okay, Lynn?
Yeah, I think so because the original composition of it isn't going to really. It's still going to have the same molecules or whatever.
Okay. All right.
Molecules.
Yeah, look at these big words.
Wow.
Look at these big words.
Look that up.
Yeah. Does she have is your thesaurus out? Hold your hands up.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
All right. Well, we will have Elley answer those questions and many, many more. So let me bring her in, Doug.
All right.
If you're not familiar with Elley, who I consider a rock star, I'm only going to use that joke once all night, Doug, because I'm sure you hear that a lot. But Elley's a geologist. She's an accomplished actress, which is super exciting. Rock hound and the face behind the popular YouTube channel, Elley Knows Rocks, where she breaks down the beauty and science of all the stones we walk over every single day. So let's give her a big welcome to the show, Elley Ringo from Elley Knows Rocks. How are you, Elley?
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Let me put you on the big side. I told you I was going to mess that up. I told you.
Oh, that's okay.
How are you, Elley? Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. This is awesome.
It's going to be a fun night. And then you saw in the green room, or you heard, what you're dealing with. So think of it as like an assembly for 7-year-olds, because that's what's going to.
I was dying. I was cheering for some of you, and then I was like, "Oh God, no!"
Yeah. What did you think of the first 3 true and false questions, Elley?
Okay, so I break this down simple.
Okay, pay attention, everyone.
Rocks are made up of 2 or more minerals.
Everyone, every rock.
Every rock is made up of minerals.
Okay.
So Doug and Lynn, you both got that wrong.
Yep.
You both got that
Sorry,
wrong.
guys. And what did you was
the obsidian?
Obsidian is considered 2 things. It's considered a rock. It is also considered a cryptocrystalline version of like a microcrystalline quartz, but it's still a rock. So it's not exactly a mineral, but it is a rock. It just looks like glass.
So they both got that one wrong also, I think.
So good.
Okay.
How about the third one? Petrified wood is still part wood. They both said true. Elley, what's the verdict? No.
Petrified wood is all minerals. There is not a stretch of carbon left in that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lynn even justified. She even justified.
I know.
She used the word molecule.
I could be in the Phillies lineup. Ofer.
Lynn even used the word molecule from a thesaurus and still.
Oh, wow.
I know. That was a mouthful.
Cancel that all out.
But listen, let me give a little background about Elley before I come back to that. When I was looking her up this week, Doug, this is pretty darn exciting. Just like in the most recent issue, Elley was on the cover of Gold Prospecting magazine, Doug.
Wow.
Now that magazine also surfaces in the metal detecting world. You can see there's an advertisement on the cover for Garrett. So I'm familiar with that magazine. I don't get it, unfortunately. I'll have to see if I can get the back issue. But Elley, that's really exciting. What was that like? Did they contact you? Did they reach out? How did you get on the cover of that?
So I have actually been writing for the GPAA magazine for the past 4 years. I've published 16 different articles with them. I've actually been on 4 of their covers, and this is the cover that actually has my face on it. Usually it's just a pretty picture of a mineral. So I actually write like geology, scientific articles, mining articles, and there's even an article about metal detecting in there for me.
Really? Wow, that's exciting. Like I said, Elley is a multifaceted pony. She also, I asked her if she ever metal detects, Doug, and she sent me a picture of some of her finds because she does occasionally metal detect. Now, Doug and Lynn, this might be the only question where we look smart. Can you tell Elley what she, not that Elley doesn't know, but can you tell her what she may have found here, Doug?
Well, she's got some Civil War era mini balls. Looks like a couple military buttons. I don't know what it kind of looks like right there in the center, a hem weight, but no, I guess now that you've enlarged that, it's not a hem weight.
You found these before, Doug. You found them before.
It's a button.
It's an underwear button, yeah. But that one's military. It says Army. It's hard to tell.
Oh, that's an underwear button?
Yeah, it's an underwear button for like long john underwear, like long johns.
Do you notice how thin it is? That's because when you sit on it, you won't feel it sticking.
Yeah. So this one's an underwear button.
Cool.
This one's for overalls over here. And these two are both general service military buttons.
Yeah.
And then this one, which I didn't know what this was. I had to look it up, but this one's a regional find, Doug. So regional ones are hard for us to know.
Yeah.
Elley, what was this find? Because I'll let you you spill the beans.
Looks like a railroad.
So it says Arizona Small Mining Operation Association on it. And it used to be a little more clear, and I think that the rust is like getting to it a little more. And I actually found it in a dump pile at an old mine out in the middle of Arizona. And I was looking for rocks. I wasn't looking for this. And I just thought, oh, look, it's shiny. I picked it up and that's what it was. It actually, as I was grabbing it, it kind of stabbed me just a little bit. got my tetanus shot. I'm okay.
Oh, it still has the pin in the back.
Yes. Yeah. I should have flipped
okay.
it around, but it's crimped around those edges and it still has the pin. It's very rusted. But yeah, these, I looked them up. They were given out from, it was like 1900 to 1913.
Wow, that's great. That's a nice old find.
And so I was like, that's so cool. And it's a neat little relic that I had that I could take a picture of to show you. My other stuff's kind of in boxes.
Hey, you found better metal things than I found rocks, that's for sure. And then before I get into her rock career and the show, I wanted to also point out, Doug, that Elley is also an accomplished actress. This is her IMDb page. Now, Elley, we've had many guests on before that had acted in things, and I'd bring up their IMDb page. And listen, I'm not knocking them. Maybe they'd have one entry or two entries. Hey, I have 0 entries, so that's still exciting to have one entry. But Doug, take a look at this. When I click down further on her IMDb, these are the movies that Doug, it's like 157,000 movies. Look at them all. Like that's like a real, like she's like a real working actress.
A card-carrying SAG member, huh?
Not SAG because I like to do non-union. So if I was SAG, I couldn't do the non-union.
Union thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, Elley, that is incredibly impressive. I notice a lot of them are like slasher horror movies. Do you like those? Do you like, when you see those, are you like, yes, I love this, or you just take whatever you get?
It's a thing that a lot of indie places like to do. They're easy, cheap thrills, cheap to make, that kind of thing. You can usually get somebody that screams and wants to die. I hate dying. Okay. And everybody likes like a cheap thrill. I can't watch them. I
watch them like this. I'm a grown man. I watch them like this.
Yeah, I have watched scary movies in broad daylight, and I can't go outside. So they're not for me. But that's what people do and get cast in. I have some more cool stuff that is being filmed in the process of being edited to come out.
It's in here. I see like a Scar Lake. I'm guessing is another like slasher.
No.
That's not Scar Lake.
It's a murder mystery, actually.
Okay.
So it kind of shows some of the deaths, but it's not like a horrific sort of a thing. The thing about Pickles is not. It's just a drama. It's a really sweet film. Garden State Goddess is interesting.
That's where I'm from, the Garden State. That's where I'm from. And there's actually little like clips, like minute-long clips on her IMDb. It's really good, Elley. Like I was watching thinking like, all right, like someone may have just threw her a bone. You were really good. Like it was believable. So I recommend everybody go check it out and support another content creator who's doing some pretty cool things, Dougie.
Cool.
All right. But anyway, let me get into the rocks and potatoes of why Elley's on here. Elley, what inspired you? Now, let me start even beginning. You are an economic geologist from what I read. Is that correct?
Correct.
And what is an economic geologist different than like a regular geologist?
So a lot of people think that it has to do a lot with like economics and finance, that kind of thing. It does not. It is basically mineral assemblages that make money or that can make a mine money. And so the different processes, the structures that go along with that, and how those mineral assemblages work together and where they can be found based on regional geology.
Wow. I can't even say that, Doug.
I think I better leave now. I'm trying
Doug, just watch the show on mute. Can you hit the mute button, Doug?
I can just do this.
Yeah. I should have had a puppet on her hand, Doug. Doug would have paid attention more.
Would you warn me next time you have somebody this smart?
Listen, hey, once in a while, Doug, we try to raise the bar and get somebody smart on.
Well,
hey, I didn't know that was a pajama button.
Yeah, well, see that's the only thing we're a one-trick pony, Elley. If it's metal, we know it. If not, we're oblivious.
Well, I like it.
So when you started your YouTube channel, Elley Knows Rocks, which is really fun. Like I said, I really got enjoyment from it and reached out to her. Did your actress background help you with your YouTube channel? Because you looked like you were very comfortable in front of the camera, which takes people time. Did that help? And what made you even want to start a YouTube channel in the first place?
I definitely think that part of the acting stuff does help you. However, like as an actor, taught to look away from the camera. You're not taught to look into the camera.
Oh, true.
That can be a problem where I just want to focus this way and go, no, I'm talking to somebody. I'm talking to a member. This is a one-on-one conversation. But it made it easy. It's like talking, this is going to sound stupid, but it's like talking to yourself in the mirror when you're trying to like work up a conversation kind of a thing. Yeah. But you just get comfortable being on camera, I suppose. But yeah, acting definitely helped. And something that helped me, I guess, or made me want to start a YouTube is like COVID. I started my YouTube height of COVID. I think like a lot of people, but I was also doing a full-time job working for a mine, and I had a lot of downtime because they sent me home like a ton of other people to do all of my stuff online. And I realized that I could do a 10-hour day of work in 4 hours at home.
Yeah. So, you and everybody else.
Yep. I had a lot of time left over. So that's when Elley Loves Rocks was born, basically. And I kind of just threw everything into it, like so much so that I quit my job. So
really? Wow.
Yeah. It was only I had started Elley Loves Rocks, and it got kind of big on TikTok for starters, and I was only barely posting on YouTube at the time. I quickly left like the platform of TikTok to not make it a primary focus, just for reasons that probably a lot of people know, but YouTube is a way more friendlier place. Like the amount of support that they give you and the programs that they have for their creators are awesome. So I so appreciate that. And anyways, I decided, what was it? It was a year that I had Elley Loves Rocks, and I got approached to go do the TV show that I did. And so I was like, yeah, if I can't have a leave of absence from work, peace out. And they're like, yeah, you're not going to the military. Sorry, we can't do that. I was like, bye. And
wow.
I didn't care. So I haven't had a backup plan. I go full face into everything, and either it's going to turn out or I'm going to knock myself out, one or the other. So
yeah, living your best life. Here's her. I got a picture of Elley's website here too. Did you have the website before the YouTube channel, or did that come after, you know, the success of your social media?
I got everything that I did for Elley Loves Rocks happened in the same day. So every form of social media, my website name, all of it, it was decided. I made sure to get them. I even have my name, the Elley Loves Rocks name, registered and everything like that, because I was like, well, if I'm doing this, I'm going all in. So it just started. But the website has definitely evolved into like being better and that kind of thing. And I guess with that comes like time, energy, different pictures, changing things up, that kind of thing. Just like, you know, good YouTube videos.
Yeah, no, I see it. It's a really good website. She has a section for like selling different rocks, media kits, you know, kits to test what you found and figure out what it is, because that's got to be one of the hardest things. And that's what I wanted to kind of get into the show about. Let me see if I can get to some of the photos here, because, you know, a lot of the things that I find when I see rocks online, they're always like beautiful and they're polished and there's fancy crystals and stuff like that. But when you go out in the world, like every rock is just like a dull, dirty, matte circle. And you don't know what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know, should I pick it up? Should I smack it open with a hammer? Like, yeah. So that's the hardest part. So as a geologist, I wanted to try to find out some interesting things here. So like number one, like what are some like common but interesting rocks that people can find in the field, where regardless of where you live in America?
Oh, interesting rocks. Okay. I'm going to bring up a rock.
Oh, okay. I'd love to see some rocks.
So this is going to look real ugly.
Okay.
Real ugly, okay. And this particular rock, it can be found everywhere. It's feldspar and quartz. It's two of the most abundant minerals on Earth, basically. However, this is found at a pegmatite, and pegmatites can also be found all over the world, which just means it is a batch of rock that cooled very, very slowly underground. It had a lot of fluid saturation and extra minerals to make very cool minerals.
Wow.
Oh, look at that.
But this is black tourmaline, also known as schorl. And I don't know if it's, I hope you can see it.
I can see it, yeah.
You can find it all over the place. I mean, from California, Colorado, Wyoming, Utah, back in like Indiana, and all over the place. Like, I'm just naming like states: New Mexico, Texas, like all places you can find this silly looking rock. But most of the time, it's going to look like that on the surface.
Yeah. Now, when you like that one particular, if I was going to try to get lucky to find one with those good looking crystals on it, is that something that would typically be like, 900 miles under the ground? Or could that be like on the surface or like fall off the side of like a cliff or something?
I found it in the dirt road while I was 4-wheeling.
Really? Just randomly on the surface?
Just because, like, if you travel around rocks, like rocks fall downhill. So that sounded so dumb coming out of my mouth, but
No, I got it. I'm following.
The heavier stuff rolls down. So if it's down where you're at, go up to find more.
Oh,
or if it's downstream, walk upstream. It's the same concept. If there's something here, go up. Find it up, and you'll find something else. Maybe the source, maybe better ones, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just you can find it everywhere. I do have rocks that are found deep underground too. So
now, when you find a rock like that, like for someone to appreciate it, and I guess maybe it's subjective. When you find something like that, do you like leave it as is? Do you cut it in half and polish it? Do you tumble it, or does it depend on the rock? Like, how do you get the most beauty out of these rocks that you might find, randomly?
Well, people will take tourmaline. It comes like in many, many colors. Rainbow tourmaline or watermelon tourmaline is like the most famous. People love it. They make jewelry out of it. With the black, the only way that you're going to keep that crystal look is just to leave it alone. Like, you can polish it up, you can clean it with toothbrush, soap, and water, that kind of thing. But you're going to kind of want to leave it. But I'm going to bring up another thing. Looks ugly, right?
It doesn't look like anything special if I saw that.
Right? Doesn't look good. This has been cut and polished.
What is that rock?
So this is calcite onyx.
Wow.
And
now, so you only polished the one side just for the dramatic effect.
Yeah.
I like that.
It looks the same. If you get this wet, just, squirt it off, something like that. You're going to see what the colors could be. So yeah, I just cut the two pieces and then polished that one. And it's like, oh, it's so cool.
That's pretty sharp, Doug. What do you think of that, Doug?
Beautiful.
I would love to be able to find some rocks and make them look half that sharp. And that's what I'm really going to try to pay attention to everything she says. So I know what to pick up.
What would you polish that with to get it to look like that?
So I polished this on like a 6-wheel. So I start out with 80 grit with water, and then I move up to, it's like 220, 300, 600, 800, 3000 grit. And then if you want to, depending on what types of machines you have or what you have access to, you can hit it with a 14,000 just to give it like a real glass sort of look. But I just polish them on wheels. There are some people that will take this if the rock is soft enough, and you can use just wet sandpaper and then do it by hand.
What's it by hand? Wow.
Oh, that's got to take forever.
Yes.
That's how original turquoise was polished, though. It was all by hand like that.
Really?
With sand, with grits of sand and water on other smooth stones. That's how they used to polish turquoise. Or on little bits of leather. As soon as they wanted to really polish it, you'd palm leather, put little tiny grains of sand in it, or little bits of silt and dirt and water, and polish that turquoise around and around and around until it was smooth.
Wow.
Not wild.
I did notice when I was looking this week when you were coming on about different rocks in our country and where they're found. It seems like the West Coast really has an advantage. I'm guessing because of the Rocky Mountains and volcanoes and all that kind of stuff. Like every time I saw a good looking rock, I'd be like, oh, can I find this in my area? I was like, no. So for metal detecting, we live in the better area. But for rock hounding, you are really in like probably the richest part of America. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely. Like Arizona, Utah, New Mexico, Nevada, I would say they are like prime, awesome places just with hordes of different areas to look for rocks, which is great for a geologist or rock hounds, that kind of thing. And there's just so much of it. And it's wild. I mean, you can, and not everywhere. I would say where I live particularly, I have to drive an hour away to find good rocks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's not like I can go out my back door unless I want to find crystals, which
that's still pretty cool.
cute.
Oh, look at that.
They're small.
And you'll find that on the surface if you go to the right location.
Yeah, I find these not 5 minutes from my house.
Now, for a crystal of that size to grow off that rock, how long in years would that have taken? Like, you're talking hundreds of thousands, millions, billions?
It depends on the conditions, but yeah, usually hundreds of thousands of years in order for the conditions to be perfect. Because the rock has to be deposited first. Then there has to be little pockets where the quartz can grow, but quartz is secondary. So it has to be pushed in from hydrothermal to like an epithermal sort of a situation, which means shallow hot water deposits of mineralization. So with enough quartz and fluid and things it was extracting from the country rock, it sets in these vugs for hundreds of thousands of years in a solution that's really highly saturated with quartz, and then grows a crystal. And the more time and perfect temperature that like quartz crystals have, the clearer they are and the better terminated they are. And these are like glass clear, some of them. So they had a lot of time to sit there and create the perfect crystals.
I have a picture. So just to complement some of those, here's a picture of, I think is this regular quartz, Elley?
That's a quartz crystal. Yeah, it's terminated quartz. It's almost a twin.
Okay. I just bought a couple. So if certain rocks came up, I think I have another one too of like look at that. Yeah. Like that looks like that place where like Superman went in and lost his powers. Remember that? Yeah. This is my rock knowledge, Elley.
That's great.
But that, like, if you walked in, like in my mind, like you'd have to go into like a cave and walk down, and maybe you would see this, and you'd have to like bust it off. And is that typically how these are found, or are they found even more common than that?
I love that you say it like that, because that's what most people think is you have to find like this cave of wonders to find like crystals, when no, you normally you'll make a scar, just some kind of a hole or a trench in the rock type that you're digging in that's supposed to have those crystals, and you'll start excavating it right there on the ground. And it's pretty shallow actually most of the time to find those, within, I would say, 0 to 10 feet. So you need to become some kind of an excavator if you're not, wanting to dig that deep by hand. But yeah, you find them relatively close to the surface.
That's really cool, Doug. I mean, that really makes me want to go try to do this one day if I ever.
Yeah, there used to be maybe Elley knows it. There used to be a show that I remember watching a few episodes, and they would climb somewhere up in the Rockies and look for these different beautiful stones and harvest them and make a lot of money from them. Do you remember that show? What I'm referring to? Because
I think I know what you're talking about. Actually, like that they had a girl host on it, and she'd go to these places, and one of them was like aquamarine.
That's what I remember. Yeah. I think I remember that show also, Doug. Like you're going back like 10, 15 years ago.
Fascinating. Yeah.
I remember that. I remember. So Elley, are there, for someone like us that doesn't know a whole lot, but appreciate what they are there visual clues that we can use to find these dull, matte rocks, maybe like sparkle or color or texture, that would help us know what the inner beauty really would look like?
Yes. So color change is like your best friend. That and geology change. And again, ugly rock. And this one I actually just pulled outside to make sure that I could bring it in. There's stuff in the area I want to show you. But color change, right? It looks kind of funky looking. The color getting different. But the color here, you see it's a red, right?
Right.
You're going to start to see this in the dirt. Like in any of the dirt around you, around like really cool geology, the dirt is going to change colors. And then that's just because of weathering. All of this is going to weather out. And this one isn't like spectacular, but they are cool little vugs. And I don't know if you guys know the movie The Langoliers. It scared me to death when I was a child. Anyways, the whole thing is nothing but crystals all the way around.
Wow.
And so this is actually from a gold mine. So there is actual visible gold in this. This will send a metal detector absolutely nuts. It chimes like no tomorrow. And you don't think so just by looking at it.
No, that's the most amazing thing. So did you eyeball that? Were you looking for that specifically? How do you come across something like that?
So I was actually looking for tourmaline, so I was looking for this black stuff.
Oh.
And I flip rocks over, like, because I mean, stuff that's usually you see stuff that's like this and it looks really stupid and boring until you're like, oh my gosh, it's really cool. And not that this is like super spectacular, but this is a dead giveaway for finding better stuff and better stuff. And then specifically where this was found, okay, color change, the rock is changing color, the dirt's changing color. These two, and I love these two samples, were found right next
Look
to
at
it.
that.
So this has chalcopyrite in it, pyrite and gold. This one has pyrite and gold.
Oh.
And so, I mean, they're extremely heavy, but they're a big color change. Like this is the back. You see the iron. You see the white portion of it. Again, if you're looking at maybe 3 sides of the rock, you don't see it until you flip it over. So color change in a rock is huge. It's something that people miss. It's one of the biggest things, that and texture. Texture being just weird textures, right?
Yeah.
That looks funky. You don't know what it is. So now this one is a very cool crystal.
Oh, look at that.
This
Now,
is fluorite.
Just the shape of it on the ugly side, I would have at least picked it up because it had an interesting shape.
Yeah. And so do you know why it has that weird shape?
It holds books up.
I love that. You guys are great.
The
So
doorstop. Yeah.
It's a negative, and it's actually also found near a lot of pyrite. And so there was pyrite crystals in here that weathered out. So it made all the dirt around this area like yellow and funky. And there wasn't necessarily a smell, but it was just funky in general. And so, yeah, the shape, texture change is a huge thing to look for because, and again, flipping things over, looking at the back side of them to kind of see what's there. Because you never know until honestly you end up flipping things over. I've shocked my friends with some stuff, just going, just flip the rock over, just clean it off. They're like, nah, it's nothing. It's a texture change. It's a color.
Yeah.
And it's tuning your eyes to that though. But thinking about it when you go out, if you tell yourself enough, you'll kind of start to look at it. Just like when you look for a certain color or a certain car, all of a sudden they're everywhere, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Once you know.
Mm-hmm. So look for that color change. Look for texture change. Those are two of the biggest things. That, and if you find something here, go upstream or go uphill.
All right, Doug, are you taking notes?
Yeah.
This weekend, Doug, we got an old farm field. I want to walk out with a cool rock or two.
Yes. I would love to be able to search with a metal detector in like an old field that like you could dig stuff up in. That would be cool for me.
Listen, I don't want to toot our own horn, but we find some pretty darn good stuff, Elley.
I know. I love it.
I want to talking about that pyrite, and again, just so you know the dummy you're dealing with, I never even heard of that word until this week.
Yeah. It's full of gold.
But look at this. Yeah, well, that's what I said. Like, here's a picture, Doug.
Yeah.
Of pyrite next to gold.
Mm-hmm.
And they look almost the same to me. How can you tell the difference? So if someone picks up a piece of pyrite, they know that it's pyrite as opposed to gold.
Well, pyrite is always going to have a lighter color. Like gold is going to be that rich, dark, orange, yellow, whereas pyrite is going to be lighter. And I mean, it's hard to tell the difference. You can see I would say gold infused, and then you can see the lighter color here.
Yes.
You can see the difference, and I'm honestly, I hope that it can see.
I can say, I mean, it's just a visual, but yes,
yeah,
I can tell.
Yeah, it's brighter here, and where this is like a lighter sort of. It's not the same, but yeah, pyrite fool's gold. There's tons of it out west. That's why a lot of people thought they were getting huge deposits when they were just getting pyrite.
I know that's got to be. And especially, I mean, even today, I mean, I didn't check today, Doug, but I think gold's at like, what, $4,200 an ounce or something crazy like that. Yeah. Like, is there gold fever again? Are people coming out and looking for gold harder than ever with the prices just going up and up and up?
Well, I'd say I do because I do consulting for mines, small mining, and I go out to people's claims quite a bunch, just to either help them track down an area or to tell them if they do have something on their claim. Sometimes it just ends up being an artisan claim where you're just going to mine something that's really cool, but some kind of a mineral or that kind of a thing, not actual gold. Right. But when you do find gold on people's like claims and stuff, and you can help them like track it and follow it, it creates a lot of repeat customers for starters.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's awesome to see that you helped, like that, you know, that little bit of knowledge that they trusted you enough to go out and do that and find it, which is, it means everything, which is awesome. But I've been getting a lot more inquiries for people. Hey, if you could look at this, if you could do that, even so much so that people will hire me remotely to either show me videos or, you know, rocks that they find, or people will even send me boxes of rock samples to identify for them.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, with the price of these things, I mean, if you can give them a clue to go left, right, you know, it's probably worth its weight in gold. Doug. Not to use a bad pun like that. I also have a picture here, which I didn't realize that I guess gold will be in, I guess that's the word vein that you hear sometimes.
Mhm.
I guess gold actually grows, if that's the word, inside quartz. I mean, educate me a little bit here, Elley.
Deposits on quartz. So since it's a secondary mineral, it's associated a lot with quartz because, yes, they're going up through like fissures and cracks in the earth. So again, hot water, acid goes up through a certain rock type, extracts different minerals. But the core feature here is that those minerals that it's extracting are also attracting the gold. So this quartz, you can see the picture you have, it has a fair amount of little bits of iron all the way around it. Well, the gold is attracted to the iron. So it is going to therefore be in the quartz because the quartz has that iron element. If the quartz doesn't have that iron element, you're not going to find the gold.
Gotcha. So that makes sense. So there's a catalyst sort of with the iron that's bringing that gold on.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow. Look at that. Learning stuff every day, Doug. Learning cool stuff.
When I was growing up in North Carolina, we had evidence of quartz with gold in it that had flowed downstream from the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then we'd find a piece of quartz with a small vein of gold in it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And North Carolina, which I didn't realize until many years later, became, at least temporarily, a large gold mining area.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I thought I read when we were in North Carolina once that's like one of the hotbeds for emeralds in the country. Does that sound right? Yeah, I think I read when we were down there, Doug, and we were going to try to go emerald hunting, but then we remembered we don't know what we're doing.
Look for the green rock. It's green.
Listen, Elley, I mean, everyone in the chat knows, you don't know, I'm colorblind. So I'll never.
Oh, really?
I'll never find it. But Doug and Lynn will. Well, that way she knows because, you know, it seems like finding these good rocks, you know, color is a huge factor. So I would be at a disadvantage.
Well, not necessarily, because if somebody tells you that this color is green, then can't you see that color to always be green, or does it change? I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. I just, it's a mess.
Well, what about texture?
Texture I can do. That's why when we look for arrowheads, like Lynn will be looking for the colors, where my eyes glance at every rock and look for the shape, which is so much more to process as you're walking and doing other things, which is why I've only found one in 11 years of hunting farm fields. But that's okay. We all find our own things.
That's
we all
true.
find
I love arrowheads. Arrowheads call to me like no other.
Do they?
I can be walking with a group of people and they'll all be walking in front of me and I will pick up arrowheads that they've walked over.
Really?
Yeah, you have to train your eye.
Yeah, we have a guy on our team, Rich, and he does the same thing. Like he can find like a little, one of those flakes of an arrowhead. Some people are just good at it for whatever reason. Listen, I'm going to pause for a second because I want to do some interactive questions throughout the show, and I wanted to do two more true or falses, Elley.
Okay.
So these two true or falses I'm going to pose to Lynn and Doug and the audience first.
Okay,
and then I'll have you clue them in after the fact. All right.
Okay. You can tell us I'm wrong.
All right. So Doug, Lynn, and the audience, get ready. I'd like you to type in true or false, Doug and Lynn. Diamonds form from coal. Diamonds form from compressed coal. Doug, Lynn, is that true or false?
Well,
true.
I'm sorry, Lynn.
Believe
I think it's true.
Superman can turn a piece of coal into a diamond.
Yes.
I'll say true.
True. All right, let me look through the chat real quick. I see
From carbon.
a lot of trues. I do see one false in there from Trolla Digs. Everyone else true. There's a false from Wild Things. There's a couple falses coming in. Elley, is that statement true or false? That diamonds form from coal?
Diamonds do not form from coal.
Thank you, Elley.
Diamonds form from graphite.
Ah.
Big
Yes.
difference.
Yeah. Why? But listen, there is like this misnomer in our culture that
True.
diamonds are like compressed coal. Where did that begin from? Because I would have thought that last
Superman.
week also.
Well, graphite is dark. It's kind of a gray. It is kind of chunky, that kind of thing, but it's not coal. It's different composition. And so, it just being compressed and under pressure, I think that maybe that's where that like fallacy lies.
Yeah.
I actually don't know like the real reason. I'm just like spitballing right now.
Right, right. You only know the truth. You don't know how these lies came about. I got you. That's fair.
Always. Some of them I do. I probably helped at one point.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
yeah.
Listen, this time last week, I would have said that statement was true also, that they form from coal. So we all got that wrong. If you got it right in the chat, congratulations. And before I go to the next one, I just want to point out that Doug and Lynn are both 0 for 4. I just wanted to reference that. Just wanted to reference it. You have nowhere to go but up. You have nowhere to go but up. All right. Let's see. I got one more, and then we're going to go back to the chat. Doug, Lynn, and the chat. Gold can be formed when lightning strikes the ground. Gold can be formed when lightning strikes the ground. Is that true or false?
False.
False. Lynn?
I don't know. I guess just for the sake of being different, I'll say the opposite. I'll say true, I guess.
I say true. I'm looking through the chat. I see predominantly falses, couple trues. I'd say it's probably now more falses. I'm going to say it's probably 80% false.
Yeah.
Elley, let us off the hook. Gold can be formed when lightning strikes the earth. True or false?
I don't think so. I know that fulgurites form when lightning strikes the earth in silica-rich sand, which is that really cool lightning in the sand. Like people have dug them out.
Yeah.
Back in like Arkansas, Oklahoma, those places when like lightning will strike on the beaches and stuff. And in Florida, they have a big fulgurite place, but not gold, not that I've ever heard of. So,
Hey, I got one right.
You got one right. Yeah. The internet agrees with Elley that gold cannot be formed by a lightning strike. I would have been stumped by that one too. So who knows? And Lynn, you'll get
Never
one.
mind.
You'll get one eventually.
Yes, you're gonna do it. It's gonna happen. Statistics state that you should at least get one right.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Now, how about Elley? I got a few pictures I'm going to bring up.
Ooh.
I noticed that there's some really cool rocks that look totally different when they're wet compared to when they're dry.
Mm-hmm.
Is if you were going to go out rock hounding, will you try to schedule that hunt around maybe after a rain or early morning dew? Does that make it easier even for an expert like yourself?
So I love going after a fresh rain, especially in the desert, because all of the dust gets worn away. It doesn't necessarily mean they're still going to be wet, but it means they don't have that dust level. But a lot of rock hounds will take a squirt bottle because things like agates or chalcedony, even little bits of turquoise and other things can really shine through like dirt once they get damp. So it's kind of neat to see them after they get wet.
I got a couple pictures. Let me see. And I'm trying to look at my notes. Doug, do you know what this rock is, Doug?
No.
It's a non-polished, if that's the word, on the left, and then the same rock polished.
Yeah, I gathered that based on.
I'm just trying to give you all the help I can do, Doug.
It looks like it's from Utah.
Oh no, I meant what is the rock? Not where do you think it's from?
Is it a red
Red
jasper?
rock?
Oh, Lynn, I think that might be good. Elley, do you think that's red jasper?
Yes.
Yes,
There you are. Lynn's on the board.
Yeah, but look at the difference, Doug. Now we find we do find a lot of jasper in our area. And when we hunt these farm fields, I pick up every piece of jasper because even like look at that on the left, like even the dry matte raw rock still has like some shiny shimmer.
Yeah.
You
And
need the rock tumbler if you're not tumbling that jasper because it looks super pretty tumbled.
look how now that piece on the right, is that just tumbled or are there other things just tumbled?
Yeah.
Now,
Really?
if I found that raw piece on the left and put that in a tumbler, how long does it have to tumble to look like on the right?
A month.
That's a long time.
Oh,
Well, I mean, in stages. Don't just put it in a tumbler for a month. Jeez, it just disappeared. So it's a 4-stage process.
Oh, it is. What are the 4 stages of rock tumbling?
So you get like your raw rocks, and then you have your 60-90 grit. It's silicate carbide. It's it's pretty tough stuff.
Oh, whatever's tumbling around in the cup.
Yeah, and so
gotcha.
you put your rocks with your grit in there, and then you rinse them off. Stage 2 is like a 150-220 grit. It goes down. Again, you tumble them, and you do this for like the first stage is anywhere from 5 to 7 days, and then your second stage is about 5 to 6 days. Your third stage is a 600 grit, and it's done for 4 to 5 days, just depending on if you're worried about crazing, which is just a little tiny cracks around the edges of the rock of them hitting each other. And you put tile X's in or some kind of a media to cushion everything.
Okay.
And then I'm cheap, so I use tile X's because they're readily available and they work awesome. And then stage 4 is your polish. So it's like a 14,000 grit aluminum oxide that gets put in there. And that's for about 4 days. And then you have polished rocks.
Wow. Well, maybe I will. I mean, we all own rock. Well, I know I do. I don't know, Doug, if you own a rock tumbler, because I tumble my.
That's how I clean my coins. Yeah.
I tumble a lot of metal things, so maybe I'll have to try it. Let me see. I have a couple other ones, Doug, just to show the dramatic difference of. And if, Elley, if you have a picture, I mean, I would much rather, or you have something there, I'll much rather. Here's another one, Doug.
I mean, I could go get one that wasn't.
No, that's okay. That's okay. No, I just, I wanted to have something prepared.
Yes.
Now this one, not as dramatic. I think this is just.
Is that granite?
I think it's the slate. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
But just the difference of just like wet versus dry. Obviously, wet. On the right, Doug.
Well, I don't have like a wet dry sort of a situation, but I have a
that's
UV light
nice.
situation.
I know. Look at that one, Elley. I mean, come on. Look at that, Doug.
Isn't that cool?
Now, I would have never thought. Now, even though I see the stripes on the one on the left, I would have never thought it would have looked that beautiful.
Isn't that awesome?
Now I'm going to really be paying attention. This is the coolest week because, we walk in these. We do a lot of not queries, quarries. I know. Listen, I'm tired. So normally they're limestone quarries, but we do find a lot of jasper, a lot of Native American stuff. I'm really going to keep an eye out for stuff like this.
Absolutely.
I think I have 1 or 2 more wet dries, and then I'll move on. I have this one.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
Rose.
Yes, desert rose, which I never heard of. Now, honestly, I think even the left one still looks pretty darn cool.
Yes, they do.
I wouldn't even have thought it was a rock. I almost want to eat it, like it looks like a piece of chocolate or something.
Yeah, it does. A bonbon.
Yeah, something like that. It looks like it would be good. The kind of chocolate where you'd like nibble the top part off, and then eat the rest of it.
Oh my gosh.
And then and look at this one, Doug. Again, just would you have thought that one on the left, if you wet it, would be like translucent like that?
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
Labradorite is really Labradorite, yeah.
Yeah. Lynn, did you say that?
Well, I know what it is, yeah.
Wow. Look at that. Trial Dig says, don't lick your rocks. I mean, I probably wouldn't lick the rock, but. And then one last one here, Doug. Another dramatic one there. Doug, I'll give you $1 if you can tell me what that rock is. $1, Doug. Ellie's whispering it to you.
It's not worth $1, Doug.
Listen. Doug loves dollars. Don't you?
I have no clue.
I doubt you heard of it, Doug.
What?
Elley, tell Doug what this one is.
So I believe this is quartzite. I don't think it's a metamorphic rock, and but it has some metamorphic lines on the wet side, but I would say it was a quartzite.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Really?
I would love to find something like that.
I wouldn't think quartz would look that colorful.
Well,
It's different.
it was sandstone at one point in time, so it was a sedimentary rock.
Oh, okay.
And then it got metamorphosed into quartzite. So heat and
I
pressure.
know what that means.
What's that, Doug?
I know what metamorphosed.
Oh,
means.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Okay,
good.
I have an example that I can show like in person of
Sure.
like
I'd love to see it.
situation.
Okay.
So this is pretty.
Oh, that's nice.
Really cool looking, but I want everyone to get a good look at it, and I'm going to pour some of my water on it.
Are you sitting in front of a sink basin? I hate to get all over your carpet.
Well, I don't have carpet, and
Okay.
I'm not going to put a lot of water on it. As a geologist, you really learn to conserve your water, and if
Okay.
it gets on my leg, I won't die.
Wow, look at that. That's so
Wow.
dramatic.
So it just brightens up the color a lot. I'm trying to get the back of it wet too, but it's very dramatic, right?
It comes alive.
Yeah.
Oh, look, that's beautiful.
And so I've been polishing this stuff lately. It's really cool. It's
Now,
just a wonderstone.
Do you cut them yourself, like on like a saw? Because it looks like that's a slither,
does
a
look like
sliver of a bigger rock.
So no, I found it this way. So this stuff breaks.
Really?
Yeah, that's the plane it breaks on. And if you look, you can see how there's little lines that run through it almost.
Yeah.
Maybe that side's better. Yeah, if you fracture it just right, if you hit it just right, it'll break along those lines.
Is that called a cleavage?
So different from a cleavage plane. A cleavage plane is like a solid rock that you hit the rock and it will break flat on different planes. Calcite has great cleavage planes. Galena has some of the best, and fluorite has really good cleavage planes.
Okay. How about I have a bunch of questions here about rocks.
Go for it.
What are some rocks that people would walk over or throw away that really they should keep because maybe there's something inside, something magical, but we just don't notice it in its raw state?
I am so glad that you said that actually because of what I'm holding. I did a fair, and before I show it to you, just a real quick explanation. I did like a little rock fair for a bunch of kids a year and a half ago. And it was just like a geology day. And I had this rock, and I do a thing where I coat pennies in with using hydrochloric acid or like muriatic acid and chrysocolla. And if you do that, you can extract the copper onto the penny with friction and the acid. So kids get a huge kick out of it. So this has some chrysocolla and malachite on it. So it'll extract copper like crazy. And I told my friend, I said, I've had this in my yard for years. And I said, it's just kind of funky, whatever, maybe let's cut it in two. And we were at the shop and, just use it for the thing. I didn't expect this. Not at all.
Wow. Just hidden in there like that.
And so let me re-get this, or let me at least get it a little bit wet, hopefully. Hang on. No, I had no idea. And I was about ready to throw it away. And if I had have done that, I mean, it's gorgeous on the inside.
Wow, look at that.
Dude.
So even an expert, a geologist like you, I guess sometimes you just don't know what's inside unless you crack it open and see.
No, I thought it was an ugly rock that I've just kept in my yard all these years. I was like, let's just cut it in half and I'll use it. No, it's so cool.
Well, that is really cool. It reminds me of I have a picture here, and I know it's but not the same.
Like a geode.
I was always fascinated with geodes, where you'll see like a big ugly dinosaur egg, and inside is like a cavity of like amazing crystals.
Mm-hmm.
And then this next picture, I really have a question about, Elley, because
hopefully I can answer it.
Well, here's a nice a geode that was cut open and then I guess eventually polished down to make that beautiful design on the right. No. Oh, okay. I was going to say, like, how do you fill that cavity where the other one looks like it's smooth? How did they do that?
So the geode is on our right, or on our left, and that's an agate on the right.
Oh, it's a whole different thing.
So it's a whole different rock.
Oh, gotcha.
They're made of the same exact thing, quartz, but the agate had no time for the quartz in the center after all those events have happened in order to form. So one really cool thing about an agate, when you're looking at it like this, you see all those rings?
Yes.
Each ring can be counted like tree rings, not in time, but in the amount of events of fluid inside of that agate to create each ring. Each ring is a different.
Wow, that's really cool.
And so geodes can have the same thing. They can sometimes have those rings around the outside. And if they don't, like the one that you see on the left, that was just one event. Enough fluid was in there that was saturated enough for all of those little crystals to form, and that was it. It was over.
Wow. So, I've seen a question. Let me answer just so I don't forget. And then,
absolutely.
It was about geodes. Let me see if I could find it. I saw it a couple of times. I don't see it, but they were asking, like, I guess people in the chat had found geodes and they wanted to know the best way to cut them open or crack them open to try to preserve those crystals. Is there a safe or best method that people can do when they do find geodes?
That is the most controversial question for geodes, believe it or not.
Oh, is it? Okay.
There are some people that are hardcore. You hit them open, you break them with a little cracker, a pipe breaker, and then the other half is cut them. And so I'm on the fence. If I think that I want to break it open, I'll break it. But most of the time, you risk breaking off huge chunks of it, like or cracking half of your half, and so you don't get perfect halves. But if you cut it, even if you cut through a crystal, you're still going to be able to see that beautiful shape of that crystal inside, and be able to preserve it as best you can. It's also the least damaging to the rock, so that you don't break crystals off of the sides that are going to fall out later on if you just hit it or crack it open.
Oh, gotcha.
It's a catch-22. It really is. You just, whatever you feel like, but I'm a cut it open sort of a person.
Okay, so I guess you do it at your. I'm trying to get a picture from what Doug sent me. You do it at your own risk, but I guess either way, those crystals could be in danger of getting ruined.
Yes.
And do all geodes have crystals inside, or is even that hit or miss?
So yes, in order for it to be like considered a geode, it has to have some kind of crystalline growth. Otherwise, it's just quartz in a vug. Or they call it druzy quartz because it's not big enough crystals for you to really see with the naked eye. You have to see it under a hand lens. So if it's hollow and it's shiny inside with pointed crystals, it's a geode. And if it's not, it's not.
Okay.
It's that boring of an answer.
Okay. No, that makes sense. And is there, not even specifically for a geode, but is there like simple tests people can do or a kit they could bring with them to help confirm the rocks that they found? Or is it just something you develop through, knowledge and expertise over time?
Well, both. Physical tests, like if you're wondering like what a mineral is, like if you were trying to figure out, if when I showed you guys this earlier, if this is fluorite or if this is quartz or if it's calcite, each mineral has a very specific hardness from 1 to 10 on Mohs hardness scale. And so if you have the tools, that's why I developed the mineral test kit that I did. They're out there. This isn't new technology from me or a new breakthrough, but I did it so that a professional could actually use the tools instead of it just being plastic or janky or whatever. But if you do physical tests on them, like dropping acid on it or scratching it with a penny or a nail or on a piece of ceramic or glass, each one of those physical tests that you do, you can reference to a sheet to tell you where that mineral hardness falls and where the color falls, which then can help you figure out what mineral that is or what one it's closest to. And then through doing that and then repetition of seeing it, once you've seen it enough times, you can go, oh, I think that's this, but I can test it to make sure. And then you can get to a point eventually where no testing is needed, just knowledge and going out there and keeping finding them.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, nothing beats firsthand knowledge.
That's right.
That's how we've learned the few things that we've learned, and we don't know a lot.
You guys know more than you think you do.
Well, I think you're giving us too much credit. All right, listen. I have a game. I'm really excited about this game, Elley. I spent 12 hours on this game.
Oh my!
I know, and it's not that it doesn't look like I did, but I did. So here's the game. Everybody, get ready. I'm hoping it'll be fun.
Okay.
I call the game Rock or Not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a name of a rock, and you have to tell me if that really is a rock or if I made it up. And then I'll have an image of the rock or an image of what I made up and my version of what that rock would look like. So I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to do this one full screen for a second, just so everyone can really see it. So everyone get ready. I want to see some good guesses. Elley, you can't guess first, but then you'll be our hook letter offer.
I won't.
Doug and Lynn, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right,
Yeah,
here we
ready.
go. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. All right, the first one, I might be mispronouncing it. Is it malachite?
Malachite.
Whatever, however you. Oh, is the H silent? I don't know.
Yes.
That's a Bible reference.
All right, but is it a rock? Doug
No.
and Lynn, let me know. And then
Yes.
the chat. All right, so Doug
Yes.
says no. In the chat, what do you think? Is malachite a rock or not?
Yes.
There's a lot of people saying rock. A lot of them. Elley, is malachite or malachite, is it a rock?
Malachite is a rock.
It is a rock. Let me see. I think I have a photo, Doug. There it is. Is that
Yes.
Wow.
so? That is a.
I just showed you also.
I know. That shows how much
Yeah.
Doug pays attention. That shows. Elley, welcome to my world.
I love it. I'm on board. This is fun.
Welcome
This
to
is
my
awesome.
world. All right. Let me see. I got another one here. Hold on. Let me. How did I do this? Hold on. There we go. All right. Are you ready? Number 2, Doug. Everybody pay attention
Yes.
and keep track of how many you get right.
My
Yes.
wife is constructing a dunce cap for me as
I
we
know. Listen, that should have been made years ago, Doug. All right. Here's the next one. All right. Snack stone. Now, listen, Doug, I'm not. Some of the rock names are funny, Doug, like legitimately ones. But put your guesses in. Doug, Lynn, you first. The chat, please put them in. Is snack stone a rock, or did I make it up?
Go ahead, Lynn.
I don't think it's real.
You don't think it's a rock?
No.
Doug, is snack stone a rock?
I gotta say no.
Both of you say no. I'm looking at the chat. No. Everyone's saying no. Oh, there's a yes from Kevin Hassenstein. Thank you, Kevin. Elley, is a snack stone, is it a rock?
No, but it sounds cool.
That sounds cool. Here's what I imagine a snack stone would look like, Doug.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Obviously polished.
Polished pretzels.
This is what took so long, Doug. Trying to make all these images with rock
Oh my
surfaces.
God.
And it's fabulous.
All right, so snack stone, no good. All right, next one. Everybody get ready. The next one is rhyolite, if I'm pronouncing that right. Rhyolite. Lynn, Doug, is rhyolite. It is okay. Lynn says yes confidently. She said it. Doug?
I'll go along with her confidence. And say yes.
Doug says yes. I'm waiting for the chat. Rhyolite, everybody. Rock. I'm getting a lot of people seem to think it's a rock. Elley, is rhyolite a rock?
Rhyolite's a rock.
Oh, she's got one.
The Wonderstone is rhyolite, yes.
And I have a little pic. Mine doesn't look nearly as good. I don't know if maybe there's different types of rhyolite.
It can come in every color and texture there is just about. So yours is really typical. This is the rare stuff.
All right. Well, that makes it really hard to find. Doug. All right. So, Doug, what are you and Lynn? What are your scores at? Elley's 100%.
I'm 3 for 3.
All right, everyone's responsible. Everyone's responsible for remembering their own number. In the chat, everyone's responsible for their own number.
I gave up an hour
Don't
ago.
give up. Never give up.
All right, never give up. Doug, this one you're going to get. Are you ready?
Does the loser get stoned by any chance?
No.
That'd be fun.
All right, here. Good luck, Doug. We got a good one here. Snuffleupaghite.
Oh, jeez.
Snuffleupaghite.
You make these things up.
Is Snuffleupaghite a rock? Or
no.
did I make it up?
Doug, you might get this one.
Snuffleupaghite.
Lynn, I'll ask you first. Is Snuffleupaghite a rock or not a rock?
Let me think about it.
Elley, come on. You're
Oh my God.
No.
You gotta think.
Elley, you're an actress. Come on, keep a straight face. Lynn.
No.
Oh, you saw her.
Doug.
I say no. Absolutely no.
All right, everyone says no. In the chat, I see a lot of no's. Elley, Snuffleupaghite. Is it a rock or is it not
I'm
a rock?
sorry. I'll just cover my face. I'm dying from the chat too. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Ah,
A.M. Collins says
that's what it would look like.
it's a hairy rock.
Oh, yeah.
Snuffleupaghite.
You guys are adorable. Oh my god.
All right, next one. Whew. Stinkstone. Stinkstone. Doug, what do you think? Stinkstone in the chat. Keep track of your scores.
I'll say yes for this one.
Doug says Stinkstone is a real rock. Lynn, Stinkstone.
Oh God, I'm stumped on this one.
Yeah.
I'll say yes on this.
Yes,
with
okay. Elley, Stinkstone. Is that real or did I make it up?
That's not real.
Not real.
No. And if it is, I've never heard of it.
It's a real rock. Elley, it's a real rock.
That's not the name of a rock. That is a street name for a hagstone.
Well, it might be a street name. I don't know.
That is a street name. I've never heard of that ever.
Well, I didn't make it up, but maybe it's not.
Never have I heard of this.
All right, then
I thought that was a petrified turd.
People said when I looked it up that if you hold it up, it actually does stink. I don't know if that's true or not. You know, this is all internet stuff, Elley, so I could be totally wrong.
I love the enthusiasm behind what it could be.
Yeah.
And I love the rock. I used to find those at the beach. But
real, that's what it looked like. It looked like there'd be like little shell fossils in there.
Yeah.
But they called it, people called it stinkstone. I don't know. Maybe it is slang. Maybe it's a slang.
I'm looking this up later.
All right, you look it up. Write it down.
I'm writing this down.
Write it down.
Stinkstone.
All right, I'm going to move on to the next one, Doug.
Okay.
Toiletite. Toiletite. Now listen, there are some rocks with weird names, Doug.
Yeah, that's not one of them.
Did I make this up, or is there a real rock?
Made it up.
All right, Doug says made it up.
Toilet.
Lynn,
Lynn,
is toiletite a real rock, or did I make it up?
I don't think it's real.
You don't think it's real? I'm looking at the chat. I'm seeing a lot of no's. A.M. Collins says hard poo.
I
Elley,
can't wait to see what this one's going to look like.
Elley, is toiletite a real rock, or did I make it up?
I certainly hope you made it up. If not, I quit.
All right, let's take a look. Oh, there it is, Doug.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a beautiful gem.
Perfect.
It grows in a geode in the shape of a toilet. All right, I made it up. Obviously.
Beautiful. Come on.
All right, good job, guys. So we're doing good. I got a couple more, and then we're going to move on. All right, Doug, you might get this one.
I got that one.
All right, well, you might get 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Dom DeLuisium.
I got to give you credit for the goofy ass names here.
Elley might be too young to even know what the reference is.
Well,
but there is there a rock called Dom DeLuisium?
No, Dom DeLuise was one of my favorites, but I
don't
think they named a rock after him.
All right, Lynn, Dom DeLuisium.
I'll go with Doug. I don't think so.
What do you say no? In the chat, I'm looking. I see nope. Everyone's saying no. Elley, Dom DeLuisium.
No.
You know,
Dom DeLuise, he was
put a picture of him up. Go ahead.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, no. But my God. And you're telling me to keep my face straight? You couldn't even get through the name without laughing.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I prepped all day to not laugh when the names came up. I'm ruining it. All right, I got 3 more. Okay. Everyone keep track of your score. Oh. All right.
How do you pronounce that?
It's pronounced Fuchsite.
Okay.
Fuchsite. Doug, Lynn, is Fuchsite a real rock? Whoa, everyone's really thinking.
Well, I'm going to say I'm gonna say it is, but
All right, I'm looking in the chat. I'm seeing yes,
I wouldn't put too
yes,
much
not touching it.
trust.
Yes, rock.
I
I see a
don't
couple
think.
no's coming in.
I don't think so. I don't
All right,
know.
Lynn says no. Doug?
Yeah.
I said it is.
Oh, yes and a no. Okay, Ellie, Fuchsite.
Fuchsite is a rock.
It is a
rock.
rock. Look at that,
Ruby
Doug.
rock.
I told you some rocks have weird. Now I couldn't find a better picture of a Fuchsite, but this is
Wow, it looks like a regular old rock.
to us. All rocks just look like regular old rocks,
Yeah.
Doug. We don't have the eye yet. The eye of the
Yeah.
tiger. We're working on it.
It often Fuchsite actually
Yeah, it is.
stuff that people collect has rubies in it, and it's really
rubies
beautiful.
in it.
Mhm.
So that's the kind of rock, Doug. If you find one, you got to crack that sucker open, right? Ellie, is that what you
There's
do?
a ruby
I
in
know
there.
you usually you could see some of the ruby on the outside of the rock protruding through if it contains them. But those little
okay.
rubies people collect.
I got you. Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense then.
But you're correct.
All right. Two more, Doug. Two more.
Pudding stone.
Pudding stone. Is pudding stone an actual rock, or did I make it up? Chat, let me get some answers in here, and I want to see if anyone went a perfect whatever the number is I had. Lynn, is pudding stone a real rock, or did I make it up?
That might be real.
Do you think it's real?
Maybe.
Right. Doug, I see. I saw a couple yeses, nos. It's
I'm going
maybe
to say no.
it's probably 50-50 in the chat, so I'm not sure. Ellie, what do you think? Pudding stone.
Pudding stone is a rock.
It is a rock. Look at that. Ellie's good. She's good. Look at that. There's a picture
Wow.
of a pudding stone, which to me looks like almost like cement, like a bunch of little rocks held together by something else.
Like a
Is that what
conglomerate.
pudding stone is, Ellie?
They can be a couple different things. This is like a thrown together really micro version of a conglomerate. And so they're all the class surrounded, they're class supported, but it's really cool.
It looks like if you were to cut that open and polish it, you'd see like it almost look like outer space with like smooth little. I think it would look cool. I think
Like
it would
little
look cool.
planets. It looks like little planets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would think. All right,
That's pretty cool.
all right. Last one, Doug. Let's see if you can go out as a winner. Last
All
one.
right.
Good luck, everybody. Whack-a-molium. Whack-a-molium.
No.
You don't think that could
Having
be?
been a whack-a-mole aficionado, no.
You're saying no. All right, didn't even think about it. Lynn, whack-a-molium.
I don't think so.
You're saying no also.
It is a floor covering, though.
All right.
Yeah.
In the chat, everyone in the chat saying no. No one thinks, oh, maybe you guys are all wrong. Let's see. Ellie, is whack-a-molium a rock?
No, I think you got a pretty smart chat group over here. It's definitely not a rock.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah.
That's cute. That's what's
Whack job.
All right. Did anyone get them all right or all wrong? Anybody? I'd love to know, other than Ellie, who got them all right. And
I didn't get them all right.
well,
I did not.
the one's
Yeah,
question.
I missed one.
Yeah, the stinky one, but we're not sure. Like I said, it could be
Yeah.
slang.
Oh, it
And
definitely has to be slang.
I don't know what's more I'm more surprised by, that Ellie might have got one wrong, or that I spent 9 hours on that stupid game.
I love that you took the time to make the game.
All right. Well, hey,
I
listen,
think the game is fabulous. I think that more people should do that.
listen, you make rocks fun. I liked it, Doug. And what was your favorite one, Doug? I was very I like the Dom DeLuise.
Dom DeLuise, yes.
That's my favorite one. That should be a rock.
Oh, you could get through the day without falling off your chair.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Can't even say it.
No, I agree. What time is it here? Oh my, it's been a long time. Listen, I got a few more questions. If anyone has a question for Ellie,
Can you post that picture? I'd like to
I'm
see what Ellie-
trying. Doug texted me an impromptu picture during the show. I got to see if I can get it to my computer and then load it in. So I'll do it by the end, Doug, for sure.
Okay, I have something else here. Maybe I'll.
Try holding it up. That would be better.
It's
Let me make you big, Doug. Hang on.
okay. Let me pull it back.
Is that iridescent? Like, is it? It looks like
it's almost opaque.
That's calcite.
Is that calcite? It's
Yep.
not crystal.
No, that's calcite. I guarantee if you took something like if you took a paper clip, the edge of a paper clip, and scratched on it, it would scratch it.
Really?
And if it doesn't scratch it, then it's a big chunk of quartz, but it looks too clear, and the one side looks really way too flat.
Yeah. Did you find that, Doug?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's very cool.
And is that indigenous to any part of the country or anywhere?
Well, you guys said you were around a lot of limestone, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Calcite, it being a carbonate rock, limestone being a carbonate-based sedimentary rock, you can have other events of calcite with just water leaching the calcite or the calcium out and then redepositing it somewhere else with secondary mineralization formation, and then you'll get calcite crystals.
It's not worth anything, right?
It's pretty.
Yeah, it's very. That's why we kept it. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess not all rocks are valuable.
And I'm trying to scrape, like you said, with a paper clip, and on the smooth side, I can't penetrate it.
Oh, you can't scratch it?
Yeah, I'm just sliding right across it.
Okay, so then is the paper clip rubbing off?
No.
Onto it? Neither?
No.
Okay, then it's somewhere in the middle that you might have a piece of quartz then.
We'll dive into it later, Doug. We'll
okay.
We'll
I'll
dive
take a
into
picture. Maybe you can put the picture up.
If you had a picture, it'd be easier because it's the.
Yeah,
but
it's hard when you hold
one of the two things without seeing it clearly. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell. I did get a question in my email before the chat of the show, which I thought was interesting because it kind of applies to us metal detectorists. So I thought I would ask it. Someone said, sometimes we dig up heavy, rusty chunks near old home sites. How can I tell if it's iron ore or man-made slag? He did not have an image of one. So I'm just wondering, like, are there telltale signs of like a man-made fake rock or an actual ore of some type? Are there things people can look for?
Yeah, iron ore, and depending on where you are, is not going to be huge. It's usually going to be in smaller chunks. It's not, or I would say smaller areas, not really big chunks that are solid. But slag, however, is going to have a very, very distinct texture of like lines or smoothness or being the same texture as whatever rock it fell into. And other little rocks are going to have like imprinted themselves or get stuck in the slag. Also slag primarily not really going to rust that much. And I know that sounds weird, but it might have a thin layer. It's not going to be like a rusted blob. More likely or not, you're going to find like an iron stone or possibly an iron meteorite. And some of them in those old fields, and I've seen people dig them up, they're gigantic. They can be, the size of a golf ball to the size of a Volkswagen. And they're old. They're extremely old. And they are going to look like just a ball of rust. Otherwise, iron ore is going to be something that's a little smaller. Also, iron ore is going to kind of look like pyrite does.
Oh, that's a nice one there. Is that the same one you held up earlier?
Yeah.
We actually had a guy on a few months ago from the show Meteorite Men. It was on like Travel Channel. And he had dug up like 2 or 3, like 800-pound meteorites. And he needed a bulldozer to get him out of the ground. And you're right. It was just a big ball of iron. And
rusted, kind of funky looking. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, I would have just walked right by it, Doug. It's amazing that if you know what you're looking at, what you can find out there.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah. Let me say, are there certain types of rocks or minerals that we'd see on the surface or just under that might be evidence of an old mine or previous historical activity in that area? Are there certain rocks like that maybe if we found shouldn't be there? And I guess it depends on where you are, in the country. But can you use rocks as clues as to, rolling back in time?
Oh, absolutely. Anywhere from like how much they're weathered to if they look like they shouldn't be on the surface. And that's the biggest thing about mining is you're going to find different like tailing piles or usually dump piles of rocks that what I was looking for kind of looked like this one. Random color change, kind of rusted, orangey, red, yellow soils around them because the minerals in them are leaching out, off-gassing, that kind of a thing. And, they're going to create like a layer almost over the rock because the water can't wash away that rust or the off-gassing that those minerals are having at the moment. But color change, texture change, and if something looks like it shouldn't be there, then there's probably a reason. And especially if you find multiples of them. And that's one way that when you're looking for like abandoned mines, it's something that I absolutely love to do. If it doesn't look like it belongs there, it means it probably came from underground. So probe, look around, it's just, you have to have a real want to investigate things or be like, use your detective skills to go, ooh, what was here or what could be here? Because honestly, it's Occam's razor. If it looks like it doesn't belong there, it probably doesn't. And so find out where it's from, and it'll probably lead you to what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, it's very similar. A lot of detectorists, especially guys that hunt the woods, will look for trees and plants and fauna that doesn't naturally grow, that maybe was planted by settlers hundreds of years ago, but every year grows back again. So they'll look for those flowers to find where a home site might be, even though there's no trace of that home site anymore. So rocks could be a similar thing where maybe certain rocks that maybe settlers or natives used that kind of fell out of fashion. If you're finding those, that could also be a clue, things that look out of the norm, out of the ordinary.
Yeah. Just like napping. If you find something that's been napped, that doesn't happen in nature. I mean, unless someone's just breaking rocks in the middle of nowhere to just break rocks. But usually because it's the type, it's how they've been napped, how they've been worked, that's going to lead you if there are arrowheads in that area or any kind of native artifacts. And so, it's, if just those little clues mean huge, huge opportunities.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. That is one of the best things here. Again, I'm going to open it up for any questions. I want to try to get Elley out of here in the next 12 minutes or so because she has a life outside of the show, believe it or not. How about you, Elley? What's the strangest or most surprising thing you've ever stumbled across out there looking for rocks? You have to have a couple of like whizzers over the years. You're like, what is this? And I saw one video where you were like on the side of a mountain and you saw this big giant rock at the bottom and you scaled down this mountain. She picked up a rock, Doug, that probably weighed 3/4 of her body weight, had to carry it back up a mountain. She might've been in heels. I don't even know. It was the craziest thing, but I was like, man, I know that passion. Whatever she saw, she loved it enough to, go through all that.
That is definitely me. I go and I find all kinds of stuff. I'm seeing if I can pull up a picture here. I don't know that a picture is going to work over the internet or over the camera, but I did bring a bigger piece that I did find from that area. And the piece that I did pick up, it weighed 55 pounds.
Wow.
I was exhausted walking up that hill. I literally, a couple of occasions, I was like, oh my gosh. But what was really funny, in the long format of the video, I keep stopping like an idiot. I keep stopping to pick up little stuff along the way.
Oh, yeah.
Giving myself little piles. And I actually went back down that hill twice to go find stuff. This is a smaller version of the similar thing.
That's what look. The one she found, Doug, was enormous. I couldn't believe she could even pick it up. It looked like we would have struggled picking it up. And I'm a big, strong, manly man, Elley.
I don't believe him.
No judgment. My friend that was with me, she's like, are you sure you want to get that? But she just held the camera for me as I'm struggling because it was heavy. Like I cut myself on like my arms, my legs, trying to like hold it. Yeah. Like I was just gripping that thing to bring it up to the surface. And I loved it. And I had so much fun. But I mean, I find wild stuff out there. And that's kind of, the premise of my entire channel is I want to educate people, but I want to go find things that are really cool too.
No, I agree. And it was captivating watching you not only find it, but watching you pick that thing up. And it was beautiful, Doug. Like if we would have found it in that same scenario,
we probably would have done the same thing.
I would have tried because it did. It looked really cool. So,
you got to have a certain like want and tenacity to like go and like get something or find it. I'm gonna try to hold this up again. Can you see that?
Oh yeah, what is that?
Okay, so that is a mineralized cactus.
Oh, like a fossilized cactus or no?
And you know, I thought it was fossilized, but it's not. It's primarily gypsum and selenite, which are in the same family, but inside of the side of the cactus, and it's about this big around because we have the prickly pear here, and they get like prickly pear fruit and they make like jam and all kinds of like crazy stuff with it. But it's an old one, and the cactus is completely like shriveled up inside of the minerals. I've never found anything like that since or before, and I was blown away. Like that sits on a high place on my mantle. I love it because it's mind blowing. It's one of those things where you didn't think to stumble over it. And rock hounds are like this. Like you see someone in the desert, you're like, oh, they're a rock hound because they're doing this. We're not dead. We're just looking at the ground. Yeah. And it's just one of those things where if you love it, you're going to continue to do it. Yeah. Some of the more, I would say, wild stuff that I've found lately, and I have a big old chunk of it here, and I hope you guys can see it.
Oh, that's pretty.
It is. The color, I would say, doesn't show up as pretty as it truly is because it has green, white, purple, white, whatnot. But it's fluorite. It's a big old chunk of fluorite from Nevada.
Oh, wow. So now, is that how you naturally found it, or do you have to work that to get into that shape? Or
so when I found it, it was like looked like baby poop.
Oh, that looked like, what kind of baby are you talking about?
It was covered in like brown clay, gross. You're like, yeah, I can kind of see a portion of purple. And you just fill up your bucket and you wash it off and you go.
Oh, so you only saw a tiny bit of purple through the baby poop and picked it up.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's a lot of rock hounding that you do is you go out and you're like, oh, I hope it looks cool.
So at the end of the day, do you have like a 5-gallon bucket like filled with rocks and then like just hope some of them are cool, or are you more selective because rocks are heavy?
Rocks are heavy. I usually take home more than I should. And yeah, sometimes it's I really hope I got good ones because like if you're turquoise hunting and you're looking for turquoise, you can't cut it open right there. You're not going to know if the vein goes through. You can't break it open because if you break it on the vein, you're going to ruin anything you're going to create. Yeah. And I mean, once you get it home and you wash it off, you hope that you didn't hit the rock too hard. You hope it stays solid. There's so much that goes into it that people are like, oh, you just collect rocks. It's like, I'd like you to try and I'll watch you struggle through it too. Cause holy crap, it is like a mental game where you're like, oh, please don't break. Please don't break.
Yeah, I'm sure you're probably on eggshells because it could really ruin it. Yeah, I can totally envision it.
Absolutely. And so it's kind of crazy, but no, I've found some pretty wild stuff. One of them, it looks really ugly. I have it. And I'm hoping again that the camera can see what I'm showing.
Hold that one a little closer. Oh, I see. Yeah, like little flecks and specks. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, with your hand there.
Yeah, looks, but ugly, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I'd say ugly, but I might pick that up. It looks like it's got a cool texture to it, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see it.
Oh, is that a glow? Like a glow in the dark one?
Like iridescent.
Yes.
That's the word I wanted.
The back of it doesn't do anything. The back of it
only one
nothing.
Side.
It's only on one side. And so what's shining, I'm sorry, this is hard to do. Oh, that was better.
There you go.
Oh, I do see it. Yes.
That's sodalite.
Sodalite.
Yeah. This is actually
sounds like one of the ones I made up, Doug. Sodalite.
It's not made up, I swear. But it's just a granitic type rock, really large crystals, really ugly until you shine a light on it. Maybe it'll work better if I do it over here.
So when you go out, do you carry, is that a regular flashlight? It's not a black light, is it?
This is a UV light. Yeah.
Oh, it is a black light. So do you carry that in the field along with like a spray bottle and different things? That way you maybe limit how much of the junk rocks you might bring home.
I don't always carry a spray bottle just because it's a lot of weight, but I definitely always have flashlights of all kinds with me. And a UV light is huge because some minerals will just fluoresce like crazy. Like fluorite fluoresces really well. It's like glowing bright purples and blues. And it all just depends. But if you have that to kind of limit what you take, then at least you're bringing something home that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I would think out in Arizona too. I mean, it's hot out there. So if you find a cool rock, you can probably just like wipe your brow and then rub that on there. I mean, does that work? Because we get really sweaty.
Yeah, I spit on a lot of rocks.
Yeah, whatever you got to do. I was trying to.
Yes, definitely. I spit on a lot of rocks. I go, oh yeah, that one's pretty. But what's really gross is all of the other rock hounds are doing it. So if they hand you a rock that looks wet, don't touch it.
Yep.
Like
we do the same with coins.
Lick it and hand it to you.
It's the same with coins. Like someone will dig an old coin and they'll be like, "Hey, take a look." And meanwhile, they're like, "Oh, let me wipe it down." I'm like, "Oh, bro, come on."
No.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Very similar. Let me do a couple of these questions because I asked for questions and then I ignored them.
I'm putting this down now.
Okay, it looks really heavy. A Real House Production said, "Where did you get your education? Where'd you go to school, Elley, for your geology degree?"
So I went to the University of Nevada, Reno, and I was at the Mackey School of Mines, and I specialized in economic geology.
All right, there you go. Awesome question. I told you she's legit. I didn't make it up.
No.
Who knows this much? Who knows this much about rocks?
Nerds.
Let me see. Well, we're metal nerds, so I get the same thing. I'm looking if there was another question. Somebody gave me a hard time that I don't go through questions, and then you guys aren't putting questions in. That's why I use my own questions. Anybody? You got a minute, and then I'm going to get. While I'm checking. I have two more true or false, Doug. I'll finish my last two true or falses. All right. Okay. Doug, you've done absolutely terrible with these so far.
I haven't looked for Montana sapphires, but I want to.
Oh, did you see a question? Thank you, Elley. Thank you. Last two true or falses. Audience, please, you're welcome to pay attention and play along. True or false? Sandstone started out as sand. Sandstone started out as sand. Doug, is that true or false?
No.
No? Okay. Lynn, what do you think? Sandstone, did it start off as sand?
No.
Both of you say no. Chat, before Elley gives it up, false. Looks like the people think it did not start off as sand. Elley, sandstone, did it start off as sand?
Yes, sandstone started out as sand.
You're darn right it did, Elley.
And yes, I thought sand was ground down sandstone.
Yeah.
Let them know, Elley.
No, sand can come from any rock. Sand can be from volcanic rocks or metamorphic rocks. It's a rock cycle, and so everything is constantly recycling itself. So one rock that you see was probably something else earlier on.
Oh, so the rock breaks down into sand and then through different processes gets stuck back together to make another rock?
Yeah, compression, compaction, that kind of thing, sand. And then if there's more compression, compaction, and heat, then you get a metamorphic rock, which sandstone becomes quartzite.
Oh, look at that, Doug. Come on.
And to someone who asked earlier, yes, I have met Dan Hurd. He was a wonderful human being. I met him at the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show.
Okay, thank you. I saw that one too. I was going to try to get
to it. Opal mines in the U.S.? Yes, there are many opal mines in the U.S. We have a lot of mineraloids here. Opal is just a hydrous form of microcrystalline quartz, also known as cryptocrystalline quartz, with water inclusions. The water inclusions inside of it gives it the play of color, which can make precious opal.
Is opal more valuable than gold?
I mean, some opals can be. Depending on the color of them. Like the black precious opals that they get in Nevada are world renowned. And
yeah, that's what I was referring to. Those black ones. I heard they were worth super duper money.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Have you found anything super valuable in your rock hunting? You have. Are you? I'm sure you don't want to announce how much it was, but did you? Oh, I would love to hear it. I didn't want to be too personal.
Oh no. I mean, I've found rubies. I've found giant pieces of rock that should belong in a museum. I have pieces of like crystalline copper that are gorgeous. And if you don't know what native crystalline copper looks like, you guys should look it up, but they're worth several $1,000s for a little tiny piece. I have just, little tiny perfect, gem quality wolfenite crystals. I have a piece that, fits in the palm of my hand. That's probably worth $2,000. And I have multiples of those. And then, just depending on what it is, I have the the red horn coral from Riley's Canyon in Utah. And, you can get, it's about $125 per gram once it's polished.
Wow.
So it just depends on the type of mineral that you find and then the quantity and then like that perfect specimen. And I have some of those where I'm like, wow, I could sell that for so much money. Some of them I do when I need to, but like other ones, I'm like, yeah, I don't have to sell this. I'll put a price tag on it. If no one buys it, I don't care.
Right now. And before the show ends in a minute, Elley is going to be at some upcoming shows. I'll let you promote that at the end, because if you want to go to a rock show and check out the rocks and meet Elley, we'll give that information in 2 minutes. I do see some more questions coming in, so they come in late.
Right.
Elley, can meteorites be gold or silver? I know a lot of times they're iron or different things, but can they be those really heavy metals?
Well, they can contain some bits of silver, and some meteorites can even contain diamond. Gold, I'm not sure. They say, or geologists believe, that all of the gold here in our Earth came from a giant supernova, while the Earth was like forming billions of years ago. So, and it slowly brought back up to the surface. And, that's why it's found in very random areas. But meteorites, not necessarily gold, but yeah, silver I've heard of. And I have seen diamonds inside of meteorites.
Have you found meteorites in your rock hunting?
It was about that big.
That's better than nothing, right?
Small. But where I'm at, they're not really here, right? I mean, I'd have to go further east, even in Arizona, and I've never taken a metal detector out there. Right. Although I've worked with so many people that says, oh yeah, you can find them everywhere in this field. I'm like, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a lot of people say, I mean, we have a lot of spots would be like, oh, there's so many old this or that, but you'll always find them. It's not always that easy.
Do you have any plots of ground that you're holding for the mineral rights?
Like claims?
Any land that has certain minerals in it that you hold just in case you need to start mining or whatever?
I don't have any gold claims or that kind of a thing. But I do have a claim that's just about an hour away from me. It's just really beautiful, like jaspers and agates and that kind of a thing. And they're gorgeous when they're cut up. And if you do it properly, a lot of those people love them to polish and do stuff with. Me, I just throw most of them in a rock tumbler.
Yeah.
Because it's cool and they're pretty. And I sell, rocks by the pound anyways, tumbled, because they're gorgeous. And not everybody can go out and do that. And so I like to help, they're not very expensive. It's just people then get a sense of, oh, rocks are cool. And if you can spark that interest in somebody, maybe they'll go find them on their own.
Yeah, no, I agree. Do you probably have a rock tumbler running at your house 24/7?
I have 7.
7 running all the time?
Yeah.
Are they real noisy, or do you put them in the garage?
Oh, I have a rock shed.
Oh, okay. A rock shed. All right. Outside. Yeah. Cause when I run mine,
if you have one and it's in your garage, it's fine. 7. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Like the earth shaking.
It's a lot of noise. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty good. All right. Last true or false, Doug, for the night. Last one. If you don't get this one, Doug, you go home 0 for 10. All right. Everyday school teacher chalk is made from microscopic marine creatures. Everyday school teacher chalk, like for a chalkboard, is made from microscopic marine creatures. Is that true or false?
No.
You're saying that no? What is that? I said true or false. You gave me you said no. Is that true or is it false?
False.
Oh, okay, no. False. Okay. Lynn, everyday school teacher chalk is made from microscopic marine creatures. Is that true or false?
I'm going to say true.
All right, Lynn's going to say true. I'm going through the chat. I see true, no, gross. When I listen, if you guys aren't aware how the game works, true or false means that the answer you give has to be either the word true or the word false. When the word you give is no or gross or yum, I see it, yum. Elley, let's let him off the hook. The last one of the day is everyday school chalk made from microscopic marine creatures.
Yes.
You're darn right it is.
Wow.
It's sedimentary rock. It's parts of limestone that is perfect for chalk. It's just the thing.
It's amazing though, isn't it, Doug? Like, you don't think about that everyday chalk is made from old marine creatures from, I guess, like millions of years ago. It's just, it's crazy to think about. But listen, I want to thank Elley. I mean, she's donated 2 hours of her time. Before we wrap up, Elley, can you let us know where you're going to be? I saw your Facebook. You got events coming up. I know people would love to see you, bring you samples, shake your hand, take a picture. Where are you going to be coming up for some of these rock events?
So I'm going to the Red Cloud mine, which is the wolfenite, the big wolfenite mine here in Arizona. And that's on November 1st. It's a big event that they're having out there. So I'll be out there to help, like, meet and greet people and probably do some videos and go looking for crystals. And then I will be at the Lake Havasu Gem and Mineral Show on November 8th and 9th at the Aquatic Center. And I'll have a booth out there. That's the first time I've done this here in Lake Havasu, but I've also put the event together this year. So
wow, that's cool. So that's got to be really a lot of work.
Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
And so it's been a lot, but I mean, I'm not solely doing it alone. I have little bits of help here and there, but it is stressful, but I'm excited to be there just to basically say hi to people. I'll have some stuff that's for sale, but primarily most of my stuff's for sale on my website because it's easier.
Right. No. Well, that's great. And if guys want to check it out, you can go to her website again at ellyknowsrocks.com. There's a link in the description of this live show. And she's also got her Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I think everything's under the Elley Knows Rocks moniker. So look her up and check it out. She even sells a lot of them on her website, all sorts of rocks and different kits to clean things and all that stuff. She's an incredible person, super friendly. I can't thank you enough for coming on and educating and help entertain all of us for the night. So you're always welcome to come back. And if we ever get out to the West Coast, I'd love to go rock hounding with Elley. Doug, what do you think about that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we would drag you along. I'd show you what to look for, even with no colors.
Well, that would be good. I just like to pick up round discs, and I'm happy. I'm easy to play. So, Elley, oh, I thought you were saying something. Elley, thank you very much for all your time. I appreciate you coming on, and I look forward to watching your journey on the YouTube.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I so appreciate it. And everybody have a good night.
All right, take care, Elley.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Doug, what do you think about that? Elley Knows Rocks. Whoa, wrong.
I know a little bit more about rocks.
I feel I know a lot more about rocks. I mean, I tried to prepare a lot for the show. It's impossible to prepare about rocks. I mean, you got to go to school for years and years. There's so many rocks, but I just really enjoyed the process of learning about them. And man, I didn't think I was going to stump her, and I didn't stump her all night. I mean, a lot maybe. That one will have the stinky one, but that could have been, like you said, it could have been like a slang thing.
Nickname. Yeah.
Could have been a nickname. And did I fool you, Doug, with Snuffleupagitis or whatever?
No, that one I knew, and the Dom DeLuise.
Okay, good. So, all right, Doug, we're going to wrap this up. I'm tired. I got a busy day tomorrow. I got a lot of things to do, but I'll give you your final word before we get out of here.
Yeah, I found out that a rock is not the proper way to think.
Yeah, you found out that all rocks contain
are
minerals, and you found out that chalk's made from sea creatures, and diamonds are not made from coal. You learned a lot of stuff today, Doug.
That's right. So next time I watch Superman make a diamond out of squeezing coal, I'll know better.
Yeah, the real test, Lynn, will be a week from now when I ask Doug and see if he remembered any of these things.
He'll get it wrong again.
Yeah, that's going to be the real test.
This time I'm going to get it right, though.
Good luck getting a right answer out of me.
Yes. Lynn, I'll give you your last words of the night.
I think that was really interesting and fun. Like you said, that was a fun show. It was neat learning stuff, but it was also interesting learning what we believed all these years wasn't true.
Yeah. Right.
A lot of them, I would have bet money that a diamond was made from coal. I mean,
well, we've always heard that they started out as coal.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah.
And Doug, I mean, for whatever reason, I mean, I know it's not real, but tell me you don't want to munch down on one of those snack stones.
Oh yeah,
They look good, don't they, Doug?
yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely break the tooth on them.
the old snack stone.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
But no, it was a lot of fun. So that was pretty. I'm sorry, Lynn. Did I cut you off? I wasn't.
No, I'm done.
Oh, okay.
I'm done.
But yeah, and I want to thank everybody for hanging out all night. Of course, the moderators, Teresa, the treasure hunter, who puts up links for Ellie's stuff all night. Thank you very much, Teresa. And Hot Mess Fish and Elisa also in here. Elisa, I know that's like my stutter. Thank you for hanging out, and everybody for your questions, for playing along in the games. Did anybody get all of the true or false, or all of the fake or real rock names I put up? I'm curious if everyone went 100%, because I tried to get a couple of real stumpers in there. Although I don't think I stumped anyone with.
Someone wants to know, Rick Rawrig wants to know, are we going to have a show next Thursday?
Actually, next Thursday is going to be the one show this month where we're going to be recapping the last 4 episodes or so. So hopefully the whole gang will come on. Those are the shows where I don't bring a guest on, so we have a lot more chance to talk to the people in the chat, going over some of our finds over the last 3 or 4 weeks. So yes, there will be a show next week. And then the week after that, I have on a best-selling author who wrote a book about pirates during colonial times. That's going to be really cool. I can't wait to hear these stories. So I'll give more information about that as it gets closer. But yes, we will be here next week, guest list by choice, so that we can kind of hang out and do some recap, which was what the original show started off at anyway.
Right.
So, all right, Doug, we're going to wind this sucker down. So again, thank you, Elley from Elley Knows Rocks. Thank you to Doug and for Lynn and for Dom DeLuise and for everyone in the chat that hung out. So thank you all for watching. Happy hunting, and we'll see you on the next one. Later.